welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Monday, June 21st, 2021. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us here for another edition of Talking Fitchburg. If you're watching, it's a little bit earlier tonight, coming to you at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight. At 5:30 tonight, we'll be having a special edition of Talking Fitchburg. You can tune in that from 5:30 to 6. That's the lead up to Concerts at McKee, which is happening tonight. Unless you're watching this later, then it's already happened. But don't worry, I'll give you some details that you can catch up with on the next concerts here. So we'll have that for you coming up. And a busy show anyways. We'll be taking a tour of the ladder truck here in Fitchburg with Fitchburg Fire Department. Adam Dorn I'll be joining us for that, along with Midu from the fire department. We'll have all that for you here in a bit. Plus Festival of Speed. We are going to preview the Festival of Speed 2021 coming up here in just a few weeks. We'll have that for you with one of the organizers here on Talking Fitchburg coming up. But first, let's turn to the headlines, and we start with a public hearing on the mayor's proposed 2022-2031 capital improvement plan. This public hearing will be held on June 22nd at 7:30 p.m. at the Common Council. That will be either in person or virtually. You can access the CIP by going to the website, fitchburgwi.gov, to see that plan. Also, Police Chief Recruitment Survey is out there. If you haven't had a chance to take it, we want you to sign up for that. The city is pleased to announce the recruitment and selection process for a police chief. Fitchburg is seeking collaborative, customer-focused, and visionary leader to manage the administrator of the operations, functions, and activities of the Fitchburg Police Department. Easy for me to say there. The Fitchburg is extremely diverse. The ideal candidate will foster an environment that promotes and celebrates diversity, equity, and inclusion. We invite everybody to take that survey. Head out to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. All right, coming up after the show, as mentioned, you can tune in for Talking Fitchburg special edition from the Concerts at McKee here at 5:30. Hopefully I won't be as tongue-twisted as I'm in this show. We've got so much to get to, so I want to make sure we get it all in. So hopefully you'll tune in for that. The next concerts, by the way, will be held on July 19th coming up. It'll be July 19th at 6 p.m. with the youth band, and the headliner will announce that on the show at 5:30 if you can tune in for that. All right, COVID-19 vaccines are effective, but they are effective. It typically takes 2 weeks for your body to build up protection after the vaccination. You are fully vaccinated 2 weeks after your second shot in a 2-dose series, or 2 weeks after the single vaccine. This means people can get COVID-19 if they are exposed just before or after they are vaccinated. They may also get COVID-19 if they're exposed in between doses in a 2-dose vaccine series. So keep that in mind if you are going out to get your vaccine, that we want to make sure you stay safe when you get vaccinated. And you can check CDC website for more information. All right, turning our attention over to psychics. BBB warning you here of watch out for no-show psychics on social media. Astrology, tarot, or psychic services is a big industry, and it's estimated to be worth $2 billion. Didn't even know that. Scammers, of course, know the opportunity when they see one. Watch out for scam psychics who use social media to find victims. Better Business Bureau Scam Tracker has received reports from people who have paid for readings and other services, but never received what they were promised. How does the scam work? Well, you follow a social media account that posts frequently about astrology, a tarot, or similar topic. You may notice that the center creation of personal astrology and psychic readings. So you book a session. After selecting a time and date, you're directed to pay using digital wallet apps such as a Cash App. Well, that doesn't end well. When the time comes for your session, psychic is unreachable. Unfortunately, when you ask for a refund, they block or simply just disappear. So we definitely don't want you to be a part of the scam. So how can you avoid it? Well, we got a few ways for you. First off, evaluate the social media profile, frequently responds. Look for someone who posts frequently, responds quickly, and clearly displays the description and services they provide. Read the comments on their posts. You must check that out for sure. Sometimes disgruntled customers sometimes comment on the seller's posts to inform potential customers about their poor experiences. However, this is not a foolproof way to tell if you're dealing with a fully seller, since comments can be deleted or hidden. Check a clear appointment protocols. A trustworthy professional will have a streamlined process dictating how they will book appointments to ensure that you do not be or they're not overbooked. Get everything in writing. So important. Sellers should provide written confirmation of your purchases, the charges, and even the appointment details and instructions how to cancel. All of that so important. Certainly, if you want more information on this, you can check out the BBB Scam Tracker. That information is on your screen, and we encourage you to report if you come across any scams. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We're taking a tour of the Fitchburg ladder truck. Truck number 1, next right here on TF.
We're exercising at the Fitchburg Senior Center. We do aerobics, balance, strength training, posture. We want you to stay healthy and strong and exercise. Keep on being fit.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for 75 years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like, if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. In the digest today, we're going to take a look back and take a tour of a fire truck that you may have seen drive around here or there. It's the ladder truck. It's called truck number 1. And we took an in-depth tour so you know what it's all about.
So we are standing in front of Fitchburg Truck 1 today. It is a 100-foot Pierce aerial on a Quantum chassis. The truck company is our only truck company in the city right now. It has 300 gallons of water on it. It is similar to that of an engine company, however, its job is primarily to perform truck company tasks such as search and rescue, ventilation, where we would open up windows and roofs and that kind of stuff. It's more of your specialty vehicle. Think of it as a big toolbox on wheels with a huge ladder on the top. Joining me right now is our firefighter intern, Midu Gay. He is one of our newer firefighters. He's going to join us. Actually, he's not even going to join us. He's just going to take over the tour of our truck company and follow along with him as he explains more about our truck.
Truck has different options and resources different than our fire engine. For starters, we have the ladder belts here. We clip in the bucket while we're up on top. We have a lot of ladders on this truck, more than we have on our engine. So we have also the little giant here, and we have the same hoses here besides our apartment line, which is the orange line you might have saw on the side of the engines. So this is 200 feet, 2.5. Then we have 2 cross lays of 200 feet connected to a adjustable fog nozzle. And then here we have our pump panel. So now for our pump, we're able to pump water to the fire if we're usually first on scene and there's a fire actually. But we usually rely on our engines to be pumping for our water while we do truck things. People may call it truck work because we got the best work there in the department. All right. So here we have 300 gallons in this vehicle here, and we also have 20 gallons of foam on board here. And we can use all that to get a nice knockdown on fire before we have to connect to a hydrant or get drafting from a tender. So in this compartment here, this is a different compartment the pump operator usually utilizes as well. So they can adapt different type of hoses, connect different hoses, add additional nozzles if needed be. And it also has a deductor. We can use the inline deductor for our foam system. We have jugs of foam that we can educt using the crosslays. We also here have the rib pack. The rib pack here is used for when we have a downed civilian or a downed firefighter. This can be utilized in multiple ways. We always have a standby crew ready at any given fire. If the RIT's in already, we get a second RIT team going, and their responsibility mainly for the truck company or the rescue squad who is ever on scene there. They're going to do search and trying to find a downed firefighter or that downed civilian in a tight situation there. Then we also have our 25-foot 4-inch. We have 4-inch instead of 5-inch compared to a lot of different departments out there in America. Like I stated before, there's multiple tools that the truck carries. Some of the tools that's different than other rigs we have in service here is that we have plumbing wrench, sledgehammer, bolt cutters, closet hook, pighead axe, and a dimmer tool here. Now this one's very special. I really love this one. I love using it on fires there. We have another sledgehammer, and we have the irons, but this time instead of a pighead axe, it has a flathead axe. We can use that for forcible entry. We use the irons, the alligator bar here, to gap the door and get in there, and we get the job done. So in this compartment here, we have some water rescue equipment, swiftwater rescue. We have dive tubes, and then we also have noodles back here. And most importantly, we have life safety vests. We use a life safety vest just like anybody else should be using it while they're on the waterways. All right, so in this compartment here, we carry some saws. We have 2 chainsaws in this compartment, and then we also have a positive pressure fan and also a negative pressure fan. We use both of these fans for different type of ventilations we're trying to accomplish. We're either trying to move smoke out or we're just trying to move smoke in through a different area of the house so it can go out. These are just different strategies we can use to clear out the smoke of a building structure. And it's a good way to get more visibility for firefighters to either attack the fire or even just go in to search and overhaul. In the rear here, we have gas here to give our power tools that needs gasoline. And we also have our stabilization controls here, which is shown previously. And then we also have different pike poles in the rear here and a lot of ladders. We use a lot of ladders so we can get into different parts of the building throughout the structure. And then here we have our K12, another chainsaw per se we have. We utilize this to be cutting through metal since this is a metal and concrete blade. Then we have our portable generator here. We use this generator to give us some scene lights portably without using an extension cord to set up a light. Compartment we have here, we have our rabbit tool in the back over there, and we have a lot of different power tools and equipment we can utilize on any given circumstance. You might need a power tool to get through things or to help fix things. We're out there in the community helping people. We also take our time to install smoke detectors and whatnot, and we need some power equipment to install them. We also carry a bandsaw, which is special about this rig. We can utilize the bandsaw to cut posts on some vehicles that are very tough to get through. The newer vehicles now are getting harder and harder to cut through, so now the bandsaw comes very handy to cut through those posts. And then down there we have more SCBAs, and in this compartment here we have 2 extinguishers. They're both different, just like in a residential. These are class ABC. This is our normal extinguisher, and this one is our silver bullet. It carries water, strictly water, and a little bit foam. So in this compartment here we carry airbags, and we have the controls here for the airbags, and we also have a lot of cribbing. Again, we have to utilize the cribbing to stabilize the vehicle when it's down or it shouldn't be able to move, so we're able to work inside the vehicle safely without it moving on us. We have a lot of different batteries for all of our power tools on board of this vehicle. We are fortunate enough to have Milwaukee tools and Hearst equipment tools. For this Hearst, we have the cutters and then we have the spreaders. They do 2 different things, one cuts and one spreads. Then we also have our ram here. This comes a lot in handy when we want to do a push or even get in the door forcible entry wise. Spread the beams there. And then we also have window cutter, and we have our special tool here, little handle. The Fitchburg Fire Department has a special ladder truck. It is our Quint. It has a dual purpose. It's able to do fire attack while also doing elevated water supply or fire attack as well. It has a mass stream attached to the end of the 100 feet tip, and it also has 2 discharges on top of it to add to helping with fire suppression. It's a tandem axle vehicle. It's very special to drive. There's a lot of special training that goes into getting the certification to be able to drive the vehicle. I make sure our outriggers are out. It's best when all the outriggers are out fully and not partially, because then that decreases some of the ways you can use that aerial. You can't fully extend it a certain way or it'll tilt over the whole entire truck. This truck can be used for high angle rescue and other technical rescue applications. There recently, when I first started here, there was a tech rescue call on our very first day, and they used the stick to be able to get the patient out of the basement of a building out of construction. To operate the aerial device, the way for you to actually operate the aerial device is through the control center that's on the rotator. And it's basically a control knobs like video games, and it's up, down, right, left, tilt, whatever you like to do in an application. And what's special about our bucket as well, that it automatically adjusts to how you're controlling the thing. So it's not a special control to adjust the tilt for the bucket itself. Here at the Fitchburg Fire Department, in our truck 1, we have map books and also pre-incident information that we utilize for when we respond to incidents and when we're on incidents. That is a big commercial building. We also have pre-plannings of those buildings in our rig here. Here we also have our EMS bags that we use to respond to EMS calls to help people that are in time of need. And then here we also have our tech SWAT gear that we use for tactical rescue when we work with the cops to help defuse a situation or go in an active shooter situation to help provide EMS. Here inside driver's seat here, we have multiple buttons here that control different things, such as the emergency lights that are here. Then we have the siren at the bottom. And then
Don't do the air horn.
yeah, the air horn's right here. And then we have the controls to put it in the mump over here as well, and to activate the aerial device. And that's pretty much it.
There you have it. Thank you to Midu and Adam Dorn for helping us out with that. We have that posted online in all of our other truck tours for you, or fire truck tours, should say. Don't want to get that confused. Truck tour, you get it. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up our guest segment. We're previewing the Festival of Speed. Yeah, it's back and better than ever. We'll break it all down for you next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
We're exercising at the Fitchburg Senior Center. We do aerobics, balance, strength training, posture. We want you to stay healthy and strong and exercise. Keep on being fit.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for 75 years, he's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Cuando estaba en crianza temporal, nunca sabía cuándo me iba a tener que mudar, así que siempre tenía mi maleta lista. Y un día me adoptaron. Mis nuevos padres me abrieron sus corazones y su hogar. Ellos me cocinan mi desayuno favorito todas las mañanas. Mis padres me llevan a viajes que jamás pensé podría ir. Me dieron un hogar y una mejor excusa para usar esa maleta. Mis padres no son perfectos, pero son perfectos para mí.
Some chores you dread, do them. But that doesn't mean you're happy about it. Then there's registering with the Selective Service. If you're a young man turning 18, the law says you have to register. It'll keep you eligible for college loans, government jobs, and training, and it only takes 2 minutes, which makes it not only your most important chore, but the easiest. When you turn 18, register at sss.gov or the local post office.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from Fitchburg Family Pharmacy, it's Thad Schumacher. Thad, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks.
Thank you for taking the time. And today we're going to be talking about Fitchburg Festival of Speed coming back this year after taking a break, as many events did during COVID. And glad to have this back here in Fitchburg. For people who aren't familiar with the Festival of Speed, what are they missing?
Well, it starts off with the Fitchburg Family Bike Ride, which is a 25-mile community ride that goes out in south of town through Paoli. It's a fun ride, nice roads to ride on, not much traffic early in the morning. And you'll have people, a group of people riding together, so you won't be out there all by yourself. And so I encourage you to sign up for that. That can be found at the Fitchburg Festival of Speed website. I believe the fee to sign up is $40, and that will be increasing on July 9th. So you want to make sure to get that sign up done soon.
Yeah, absolutely. For people who haven't done that ride before, what are some of the scenic things that people could see on that ride?
Sure. Well, you get to see some nice hills, so be prepared for that. And yeah, you get to go south of Verona, and then I believe you come back in on the Badger State Trail or parallel to it. So it's very scenic. It'll be nice and green. There'll be lots of corn to see while we're out there in the summertime.
Yeah, and as you said, it's a great. There is a big group that usually goes out on this. So, like you said, you don't have to be alone when you're out there. And can anybody? It's families in the name on it, of course, but anybody's biking ability should be able to go on this. Or where would you set that at?
Sure, I think that if you you need to be able to ride at least 20 miles without too much trouble. But I think speed's not an issue. We're fairly lax on that. No one's going to be like, oh, let's shut the place down because, you know, time's up. This is the beginning of the entire event. They're going to have events there the whole day. So they're going to be there waiting for you when you finish.
All right, well, let's talk about some of the other events happening that day. And the big one that I find interesting is the Criterium. It's a really, for somebody who's never seen it before, Thad, what would you have to say on that one?
Oh, it's pretty spectacular. It's a site that you should see sometime in your life. And here we are in Fitchburg with the luck of having it here, having them racing right there at the Agora Center. So there's nothing quite like seeing 20 cyclists wheel to wheel going around a 90-degree corner at 30 miles an hour, and they don't miss a beat. They just do it lap after lap. So we're very fortunate to have this event in Fitchburg, and hopefully we can have sponsors step up and keep it here.
And then there is a 5K run as well. So, not to keep the runners out of this, they have the Donor-5K. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, so that event is a 5K run, and proceeds are raised to help with donor, what do you want to call them? Donor, people donating their organs when they pass away. And so fundraising for that organization so that they can promote more and educate more. I need some more education on it, I think. But they're raising money for that.
Yeah, it's a good fun run. That one's got a little bit of a scenic path as well. So for all abilities, they're a fun one at that. And finally, Thad, I didn't even ask you if you participate this, but the Quick Trip $1,000 mile, fastest ride ever, right?
Yeah, I think is that a ride or a run?
Oh, my bad. How fast can you run? I blew that one.
Yeah, it's the run. It's the 1 mile run, and they're running pretty fast. Nowhere in my am I going to be involved in that? No.
My bad. I was looking at something else and said ride versus run.
If they let me ride my bike and give me a head start, I would consider it.
I think I'm right into that. Well, you bike more than I do, so certainly you would beat me at that one. All right. Well, as far as people, we are looking for volunteers too to help us, not just sponsors. So if people do want to get involved in this and help out for the day, how can they do so?
Yeah, I believe they can visit Fitchburg Festival of Speed website and follow the links to volunteering. It's a great event. It's a family event. The races go on all day, all the way till 7 p.m. That's when the final pro race happens. It's the final event of the night, and it is the state criterium championship. So pretty cool to be able to see that happen live here in Fitchburg. And I believe there'll be food court or food trucks there, and I believe maybe even music and live music. And then there'll be a fireworks display at the end of the night. So super cool.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit of a unique event, but you got to try it out. Like I said, watching the criterium alone is fun, but fun for the whole family, as you said, is you can get involved in the run, the bike ride, which you'll be at, and so much more. Thad, thank you so much for your time, as always, and we'll look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You as well. That's Thad Schumacher from Fitchburg Family Pharmacy. Come on down and say hi, and you'll see that out there along with hopefully a lot of other people on Festival of Speed. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
I got into business as a hobby. I wasn't really thinking seriously. I said, somebody needs to teach me so I don't go bankrupt. So I went to a store and I met Terry. I talked to her about my party business. This woman understands what I'm saying. There are people with amazing knowledge right there and free. My table linen entertained the First Lady and the Russian First Lady. That's good enough for me.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for today, I want to thank Thad Schumacher for helping us out previewing the Festival of Speed. Hopefully you'll be able to come out for that. We'll keep giving you the details as they come in, of course, with those music performances and fireworks all slated there. And it's a fun, if you haven't been out to it, it's a unique event, but really neat to see. And Criteria is just the best. In my opinion, that's my favorite, but they've got so many different things going out there, so you want to check it out. Remember, you can stay connected with us and have a great day.